Welcome to the ConnectWise Product Office Hours. I'm Garima Arora, one of the product managers from Asia Platform. For today, we have a really exciting topic, which is project management on Asia Platform from PSA team. We have Vikas and Gaurav today from the product team who will be presenting it to you. Uh, just before we dive in, this is how the agenda looks. We are going to talk about what the program is and the housekeeping checks, and then I'll pass it over to Vikas, and then we'll have some question and answers and exciting notes about next session. So, what product office hours really is? This is a chance where product really demos everything to you. We are Q&A focused based, so we encourage you to post any question and answers that you have while we are demoing. It is the topics basically are like new features or standard use cases or how you should be dealing with the features that we have as the best practices. Why we are doing is we want both our product team to make sure that you guys are aware about the products that we are creating, plus increasing the adoption and having a dialogue between you and us. Uh, since now, up until now, we are having this session every Wednesday from 10 to 10:30 a.m. EST. But moving forward from January, we're going to have it from 11 to 11:30 EST. Yeah, quick housekeeping checks. So we are recording this. All registrants will receive an automated email within 48 hours. We also post these videos on YouTube, and you can just search them with like YouTube ConnectWise channel, or we are gonna show you the QR in a second as well. For any upcoming sessions, this is like as I said, a weekly rolling session. You can find the schedule on ConnectWise University calendar. For any troubleshooting issues, please post in Q&A session. Will help you with the steps. We encourage you to post any questions that you have, which product would be helping in this once they have done the demo. So make sure you are posting as many questions as you can. If we are not able to address them right away, we are gonna follow you back with all the answers after this session. Thank you. And the next slide actually shows you the QR code for our ConnectWise YouTube channel. You can scan it and subscribe to it. And thank you. I'm going to hand it over to you, Vikas, now.
Thank you, Garima. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Garima has already introduced us. Myself, Vikas Thalur. I am product manager of project module for ASIO, and with me, Gaurav. He's our product owner. So we both work together from product side. And today, what we wanted to present is one of the features which we have released in Q4, this quarter itself. And this feature, as all features, what we are working in project module is to make our partners more to say efficient, so that their projects are more profitable. So this feature was in same line, right? We wanted to make capability available which can help you to manage your projects better, right? So this is about custom work plan which we are focusing on, where we want that when you are coming to work plan, and there are different use cases when you are coming to work plan. You might want to see who is assigned for a particular ticket, what's the status of a particular ticket, or if there is some uh, uh, extra costing, like you budgeted for only 2 days and you have already spent 5 days in a particular ticket. So there are different use cases when you are coming to work plan, and with that it becomes very cumbersome, right? There are nearly 28 fields today. To find those particular fields and understand that where that particular data relies. So for that, we have provided custom work plan. And instead of going through slides, let me show you the live demo of it. So this is my one work plan, right? And as you can see, I have my list of phases, sub phases, tickets, and I have task. I have issue tickets also. So just an off topic point, like you might have noticed that all things related to a project now is available on work plan. Like earlier in PSA, if you see, issues are available in separate tab. If you want to see tasks, you have to open tickets. But here, like everything is available on project work plan page itself, so that you don't have to leave work plan to search for that information. Now in similar lines, like we have added more and more columns, because for a ticket you want to know what's the budget hours, you want to see, okay, how much billable hours have already incurred, what's the priority, who is assigned. So as I was saying, right, there's a lot of column which has been added, and it's now become very challenging. We have added columns related to finance tab also, which is today available in recap. Because when we were discussing with partners about adding recap capability in ASIO, we learned that partners are switching between work plan and recap tab. Reason being, not all columns which they want to look into when they are analyzing financial data is not available on recap. So they have to switch between work plan and recap. But here that challenge will also not be there, because you would be able to select which all columns you want to see. So let's deep dive into the feature, right? So what you can do, you can create a new view. Now let's say I want to see which all tickets are assigned to me, right? So I will say tickets assigned to me, right? So I'm just creating one view for myself. I'm a technician, so I'm more worried to see which tickets are assigned to me. And when I'm looking into those tickets, I want to see what is the predecessor, so I understand the dependencies, budget hours, actual hours. I want to see how much I have already spent. I should be the ticket owner. What's the priority and status? And let's say I'm not worried about these things. I want to see ticket number. I want to see the schedule dates, and I'm not interested in billing related data. So one thing to note here, all this finance related data is based on access. So if you don't have access to see this data today in recap tab in PSA, you will not be able to see these columns here also. So suppose I am a technician, I don't have access to these columns. When I come to custom view, I will not see these columns. Similarly, in default view also, I will not see those columns. So we have taken care of any data leaks, like people who should not have access should not be able to see that. Similarly, like I want to expand all, like I want to see all tasks also when I'm viewing this, so that it's very clear to me that in a particular ticket which all tasks are there. So I'm taking it expand all, and I'm just filtering based on ticket owner. So I'm saying tickets which are assigned to me. So as you can see in background itself, the view has been updated, right? So now I can easily find out tickets where I have to work, and I can see that status is in that, right? So if you are ready to review, if you are completed, let's say that I want to modify this more. I want to say that the status of those ticket should be in to do, which I have to do, right? So I will see only those tickets. So tickets which are already done, I will not see them. So kind of it's going to help me a lot, given suppose now I'm working in 3 different projects and I want to find out what all work is pending. So similarly, if I go to another project here, the view which I have selected in other projects would be by default selected here. So it's tickets assigned to me, right? And if I this these views will be available only specific to the user who have created it. So that's a limitation which is there today. But going forward, once a user create those views, you will be even able to share those views. So that is something which would be coming. So let's switch to same project again. So now suppose I want to create a view, and that view would be recap, right? Recap is something which was not available until now. So I can create my recap, and with that, as we were discussing with partners, and they shared that they want to see budget hours, actual hours, billable hours, in addition to seeing finance data. So now you can create views like this. So this would be my recap now. And just one more thing, there are filters applied. I can remove my filters, and now I will see my recap, right? So this is how it's going to save a lot of time for our partners. as they would be able to focus on the use cases, because the use cases are different, right? You might be coming here for finance data, you might be coming here to create a new project. So when you're coming to create a new project, you don't need all fields in one go. Initially you might only need the name field, budget hours, and priority, right? Later on you want to add ticket owner, etc. So with that, you can limit which all columns you want to see, and you can focus only on those columns which you need for that particular use case, and there are less chances that you miss some critical information. So with that, let me come back to the slides, right? Let's focus on the benefits. So as I shared, one thing which you will get here is the distraction will be eliminated, right? You don't have to see 28 columns at a time. You don't have to scroll horizontally, vertically every time to find that information. Second thing, you will have speed up data entry, right? As you can see, you would be able to add more information quickly. As like, just take an example of creating a new project. When you're creating a new project, as I shared, you can have only 3-4 columns, so you don't have to focus on multiple columns at a time. And finally, your tracking quality will improve, given you have already put down those filters, and you can easily find out how those particular projects are going. So this is what I wanted to share. And one more thing which I would like to share is about our upcoming release. So tomorrow we are going to do a release about project custom fields. So until now, one roadblock which was there for our partners is that in projects there were no custom fields available, and there are many partners who are heavy users of custom fields, because of which they were not able to use it. So now, to given tomorrow, those fields would be available, and we would be happy to see you guys using our reimagined project module and taking benefit of all these features. So with that, I will move to questions, because those will be many, and with that I can able to focus on questions. Yeah. So are there some questions, Gaurav, which we have?
Uh, yes, Vikas. So
Okay.
looks like Doug was not able to see your screen, so we have given him the troubleshooting steps. Hope that helped. There's one question from Nikki, Vikas, if you see.
Yeah.
So
Will
the
you able
question
to
is,
share,
yeah,
change the default view for people based on the resources? So the default view is currently you don't have capability to change that. Default view is for all. But once you create any view, as we saw, right? Like I have created recap right now, and I'm on recap. So if I go to any other project, by default, it's the recap view which will open. But you can't change the default view, because default view have all the columns. So we just wanted to have it so that people are aware which all columns are there. There's a question, how can I enable this in my ASIO? I believe the question is, how can you enable PSA in ASIO in your ASIO, I believe, because if you are talking specifically about these features, you don't have to do anything. It's by default available to all partners who have access to project. So nothing specific you have to do to enable this feature. I hope I answered your question, Connor. If not, please post again and I will have to clarify more. Can we create a view that compare columns, actual hours compared to budget hours? So that is something which would be coming in future. So right now you can only have filters with values. So like where ticket owner is Vikas, where status is this. What you're asking is where I can say where actual hours are more than some budget hours, right? Again, a value from table. That is not possible today, but what you can do is you can put actual hour, suppose are more than 2, or I can say budget hours are more than 2, less than 2, something like that. So those kind of filters are available, but not comparing 2 columns. So that will come in future for sure.
I see Mark has given a thumbs up, Vikas. So looks like that answered his query.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Any more questions which we can cover? Okay, so there is a follow-up question to previous question. How can we request access to PS in ASIO, or when will it be available so that we can work with this functionality? So currently we are working to enable it for multiple partners. This is happening in phases, and there is a particular team working on that. So I wouldn't be the right person to answer it, but I would say it's going to happen pretty soon. So teams are actively working on that part.
I'll just add to that. Basically, if you are talking to a partner success manager, you can reach out to them and see if you are suited for the batch to be enabled for PSA enable. It is going like in a batch base wise phase, basically. So you can have a chat with your partner success managers, and you would know more details on it.
Thank you, Garima. There's one question of adding Gantt chart view in project board view, and as I understand, that is for multiple projects. When we add something in project board, it's for multiple projects. The way we have added for Kanban, so that is also in pipeline. Marius, the thing is, it is going to come somewhere in Q2. So that is something which we will be working on. Today, we have multiple Kanban view on project board, and as I said, uh, Gantt is in pipeline. Okay, you have access. Adrian have a question that you have access to project in ConnectWise, but it does not appear in uh, issue, and it's because you don't have access to PSA in ASIO yet. And as Karima answered, like, and it's going to happen pretty soon. And you can talk to your partner success manager also. They can help you guide more on that. Mark, I have a question. Can custom view be shared? They can't be shared now, but we will be providing capability that you can share those views, because this functionality will be across multiple products, and the shareable views would be coming. Like, even I can create views here too, right? So all these views would be shareable in future.
Okay, we have missed a question from Albert. Uh, He says, I joined a bit late, so sorry if it was covered, but there are any reports or Metricent pages to view broader project health or historical project performance.
So for dashboards, we can use bright gauge. So there we can create more gauges, and once you create those gauges will be available here. So without bright gauge, it's like right now you can have analysis on work plan. As I shared, like, you can create different views which can help you in few cases, but for more analytic, I would say we need to explore bright gauge. And if you have access to bright gauge, then that will help. And okay, I think I'm logged out. I will log in here. Okay, so in meantime, I will switch to another user. Yeah, what more question do we have?
I
Okay.
don't see any questions with us in the chat though. Do you want to talk about any of the best practices for like project management that everyone should be following and would help everyone here?
Yeah, I would like to share few more capabilities which I have provided, which will help you to manage your projects better. Like as we have provided default views here so that you can create different kind of views to analyze. The next in line we have is configure view, which is like once you have created your whole project, like you have created one view, but suppose you just want to expand all and you want to see tasks too in this view. So this is going to save your time to not opening the tickets when you are working on a project. And similar view would be available in Kanban. So let me show you something interesting here. So if I'm working on a project and I'm using my Kanban to work on day-to-day activities. So you can see here like it's list down what all tasks are part of this. And here you can discuss with your team like on daily basis, like you can have daily stand-up where you can look into those particular phases and you can see the status of those tickets. And when you are looking into those tickets, if you are actively using tasks, you can find out what all work has been completed and you can mark the work done from here itself, right? And if you want to see more information, like you can click on that card and the flyout will open here. So let me show you that. So you can look for more details here. You can add attachments, you can find dependencies, and you can see the schedules for that ticket. So with that, like all information is available on card, so you can start using Kanban a bit more. And one additional functionality which is here is like it shows you this number, like how much extra time you have spent. So suppose the budget hours for this was 0 and like some time entry has been done, which is like 0.02. So it's showing in negative that you have spent more than what was scheduled. Similarly, like if I see here, like the budget hours for 3, I haven't done any time entry yet. So I know that, okay, I have 3 hours more for this ticket and I can work on it. If you have assigned it to someone, it will show who's the ticket owner and it shows you what's the start date. Like suppose today's 10th, right? So this is 11th December, so I know that tomorrow I have to work on this ticket. So accordingly, I can move it to in progress or different status. So Kanban is going to help you a lot. And as I shared, Kanban is available on project board too. So here I would be able to see multiple projects in one go. So if suppose I am working, I just want to find out which all uh, projects belong to me, right? And I can find out where status of those projects is in progress. So could be like, okay, so yeah, there is no project like that. Probably I have kept all of them in new right now. Or yeah, so all these projects are in new and now I can look into these projects one by one here instead of going into those projects in Kanban view. And in future, like you would be able to even able to see status of those projects right here itself. And our plans are to provide more capabilities in filter and able to customize these views. So this is something which we are working on.
Thanks, Vikas, for sharing that. We have three more questions.
So
So Albert says we use both Power BI and Gauge for our data. Will we still be able to pull the data using Power BI?
so currently what I know is like, you would be able to pull data from your bright gauge part. For Power BI, I will check with teams which are working on this part and I can answer it later. I'm not very sure about that right now, but we can check. But for bright gauge, things will be available here if you have access to that.
The next question is from Jim. The schedule resources filter contains does not return any result to show tickets. I am included as a resource.
So, okay, let me come to that. So there are few filters which might not be working in this, right? We are adding all of them. they are available here, but there are few which we need to work on. Like as you said, contains for resources is not working. But if you select a particular person, so let's say scheduled resources, and so this one is not enabled yet. But similarly, as I said, if I go for ticket owner, this is a field which would be enabled. So there are few fields which are not enabled yet, and those will be enabled too. Like you would be able to filter not only via this, but we are going to provide a top column here in which you can filter so for any of these columns. So that will be coming somewhere in Q2, I would say. So these filters, there's a question like, can we support multiple values? So how this is supported today is like I can again select ticket owner, but that is something which is not available in this yet. But our plan is not to select one by one, like again ticket owner, but comma separated. So that is also something which is pending, Marius. So this is the first iteration, I would say, where the basic capabilities of this are provided. This filtering would become more and more powerful with coming time. Okay, and just before I hand it over to you, Garima, again to share details about next session, this last thing which I wanted to share is about our Gantt chart. I believe I am logged out right now. No. So this is our new Gantt chart, and here also you would be able to see all your tasks. You would be able to see all your tickets plan, and here too you would be able to access uh, the flyout to see details about a ticket. So you will be happy if you have access, start using this, because as you can see, work plan is more powerful. Like you don't have to leave work plan to search for more information. Most of the information is available on work plan page itself. If you still have to look for more details, you can click on any of these two links, and then it takes you the ticket details page where you can add rest of the information which you didn't find on work plan. But more and more tabs will be added here. Can you export the Gantt? You can't export it yet, but Gantt and work plan both would be exportable in future. Uh, somewhere as I can say, like Q2 or Q3, somewhere like that, where we would like to provide capability to work plan Gantt export. And when you are exporting, you would be able to this the way you are creating views here, you would be able to create your export view where you can define which all columns you want to export and which all rows you want to export. So suppose you only want to export the phases, or you only want to export few columns like only budget hours, or suppose who's the owner, something like that, to share with your clients. So those things would be coming for both Gantt and work plan. Okay, only 1 minute left. I think, Garima, I should
Yeah,
I should
thank
go back to your
you,
slide.
Vikas. Yeah. So everyone, here's the schedule for January 2026. We have 4 sessions planned, starting from 7th of Jan, which is RMM focused, and then 14th, 21st, and 28th. You would receive the Pendo notifications, and you can always follow our university calendar view to get more details on it. So you're going to get the registration links for all of these sessions sooner. And I'll just like to thanks everyone for joining in. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Enjoy your time. This was our last session for December and 2025. Hope you had a great time with us. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.